video, we're talking all about microlock repair, how to fix your microlocks at home, and also how to add extensions into your locks should you lose a lock. I'm going to show you everything I use, the hair I bought, the tool I use. So if you are still getting expensive lock repairs after this video, baby, I don't know what to tell you. This is the hair I will be using, Hotbraids. This hair is premium quality, premium feel. It doesn't smell like a whole bunch of chemicals, and the color match, baby. Let's see the texture of this hair because it is so beautiful, so soft. Look at that. Can you guys see these curls? I swear this is the same exact texture as my forehead hair. Look at that. There's so much of it too. They actually sent me 4 bundles. We don't have extensions for days. I have to give you guys a spoiler alert. I already have some of this hair in my head, and I bet you can't tell where. Okay, so one of these is the extension I made from Hotbraids. If you can tell which one it is, I want you to drop a comment below and wait till the end of the video. I'll tell you if you got it right. All right, y'all, let's get started. So this video is actually sponsored by Hotbraids, so thank you so much for sending me this gorgeous, gorgeous hair. Okay, each one comes in like a hairnet, which is nice because I don't have to worry about them tangling up together. What I also really like about this hair is that it's kind of pre-sectioned. You do have to tug it a little bit, but honestly, it's easy to work with. So I'm going to be using this one section for one microlock, and again, just look at this color match. I already know it's going to turn out. This is the little pee-wee lock that I'm going to be adding the extension to, courtesy of postpartum shedding. This is the metal crochet needle that I'm going to be using. It is a 0.4 millimeter. This is so important. When you have microlocks, it's very important to have the tiniest of hooks. I used to use those wooden ones from the beauty supply store, and it takes so long, it's not even worth your time, girl. I will definitely link this below for you guys because it's honestly kind of hard to find. So first I'm going to comb out the end of this micro mini lock. This is going to help the loose human hair connect with the lock and keep it from slipping out. This is the size of section that I use, and I'm going to put it at the base of the micro mini lock and kind of twist it around with my fingers to kind of anchor it. Although this section looks a little bit thick and dense for the size lock I'm doing, you can see once I pull it that it's actually quite thin. Okay, so next I'm getting the needle. Now you guys, this is not an in-depth tutorial about how to use a crochet needle, but I'm going to show you what I do. First I go under, pull it through, then I go over, pull it through, and I keep going under, over, under, over, under, over until it is attached. And honestly, it's pretty quick. Since I was filming, I did have my hands in kind of an awkward placement, but normally my hands are squeezing the lock to kind of make sure that my needle and the hair, it's all catching where it needs to catch. Now you might notice as you go down the length of the hair that the section starts to thin. That's completely normal just because you're pushing it down. So all you need to do is squeeze it up and then go back with your needle and attach it. And this process is really quick. I feel like the whole entire lock probably took me less than 7 minutes to do. So here I am repeating the process, just squeezing the hair up and going with my needle and securing it between my fingers. One thing I will say is just not to go too fast because you might actually stab yourself because the point of this needle is so fine, you guys. It's almost like an actual sewing needle. Now some people do like to create the lock off of their head and then attach it with a crochet needle. I personally find this is harder for me. When it's attached to my head, it's more secure and I feel like it goes faster. But you could also create your lock before you put it onto your head. It's all up to you. So here is the finished lock. I do like to create the lock a lot longer than it actually is supposed to be. That way when I wash my hair and it shrinks, it won't be too short. After carrying the hair to the length I want, I like to go back with the needle just to seal up the ends, and then I go in with a knife or a scissor to cut it the length I want. Here are some close-up shots of the extension I just put in, a lock that grew from my scalp, and an extension that I put in several months ago when I first had postpartum shedding. I wanted the roots to be just a little bit more secure, so I went in with my needle to do some detailed work, and this just helps make sure that when you wash your hair, you get it wet or get oil on your scalp, whatever the case may be, that it does not slip and unravel. So here I noticed I had a little bit of a weak spot towards the end of the lock, and when that happens, it's easier for the lock to kind of break off in that area. So what I do is I go back with my needle and I just do some more instant locking to make that area feel sturdy like the rest of the lock. And there you have it. Gonna do a little side swoop to see how it's blending. If you say you can tell which one is the extension, you a whole lie, because can't nobody tell. This grew from my scalp. All right, let's get into the repair without adding an entire extension. So what a lot of people will do is they will take the thin area and they will kind of double it up on itself and splice it together and then take the needle and connect it all like that. But I don't like this for the front because I don't want my bangs to be shorter. I'm trying to grow these things out, and if I do that, it will make them at least an inch shorter. So instead, I'm going to take one of the scraps of the piece I was using earlier to add the extension, and y'all, you only need a tiny bit, and I'm going to put it around the thin section, squeeze it all together, kind of like I did with the root of the other extended piece. Then I'm taking my needle and I'm going to crochet it all together so that it's all secure. Again, I'm starting going under, then going over, and as you see, I'm turning my needle each time that I do this process. It's really easy. It takes a little bit of time to get the hang of it, but once you do, it's unstoppable. Now, as you can see, I'm also sliding the hair up. It'll kind of thin out and you kind of just need to, you know, shimmy it up a little bit and it'll be good. So after you're done crocheting the section, you might be left with extra hair just because it's sometimes hard to gauge how much you'll actually need. I go in with a knife and cut it off. There's no point of trying to crochet it all in there once the section is secure and it's not thin anymore, because then you'll have too fat of a section in the middle of your lock. And now I'm just doing some detailed work to make the final look flawless, seamless, and like it grew from my scalp. One technique that I do find helpful if you're trying to avoid unraveling is, instead of crocheting horizontally, crochet vertically, kind of pulling down hairs from the upper part of the lock into the bottom part. And if you do it both horizontally and vertically, the chance of slippage is next to zero. Here's the final product, you guys. What do you think? I love how this turned out. I love that I didn't lose any inches from the bottom of my lock. I'm telling y'all, ever since I learned how to use a crochet needle, I am fearless. I don't care what happens to my hair. I know if my hair falls off, I can just reconnect it and boom. And here is the first lock I connected, extended all the way down as an extension. Here is my natural hair that grew from my scalp, and you can tell it's blending very well. Thanks for watching this video. If you like my content, be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!